I'm so delighted in a very, very special way that we have inaugurated the inauguration with students. And how fitting that is. We have begun with the beginning, our students. Inauguration is a celebration. And we've kicked it off with a bit of a party here. And I don't know about you, but in my family and my communities, when we celebrate, we tell stories. And I'm going to tell you 4 stories today. 4 quick stories. And they're stories about men and women who I've just learned about in the last 4 or 5 months. I've come to know these 4 friends through those who have known them, those who have lived with them, those who have written and spoken about them. These are the friends that I'm bringing to my inauguration for you, for us. Friend number 1. The first friend I studied about, beginning actually last February, is the namesake of this college, Blessed Anne Marie Rivier. And for those of you who might not know what that blessed means, that blessed means special. That blessed means a risk taker. That blessed means somebody who had a vision and made it happen. Anne Marie Rivier was born during the French Revolution, a time of enormous upheaval, and a period of time in which there were no educational services, particularly for children. And her work and her vision was to start a religious community, a group of women who would meet the needs of educating the children of the French countryside and the French villages. As I read about her life, one of the most amazing things that she said that I'm going to take to my life, and maybe you can see how it fits into your life. When she started this enterprise, she said, "I've always had nothing, so I relied on God for everything." And you know, and perhaps you feel that way sometimes. So Anne Marie Rivier, whose name this college bears, has become a friend of mine. And she's become a friend of mine because she's been a woman of vision, a woman who could gather others around her, a special woman whose vision and legacy lives in this college today through you, through faculty and staff who also know her, and in a special way through the Sisters of the Presentation of Mary. That's the name she gave her group. Rivier, you won't soon forget it. A second friend of mine is the founder of this college, Sister Madeline Getty. Sister Madeline of Jesus. She was born in 1883, just about 20 years after the Civil War, in Danielson's, Connecticut, right down the road. And she met the Sisters of the Presentation. In a sense, she met the friends of Anne Marie Rivier in Quebec. And she too joined this community and really worked, you know, for 20 or so years in the education of young people. But she too had a vision, and her vision was to start a college. Because college education at that time, in 1933, really wasn't available, particularly to the women of this region. So Mother Madeline, who was no slacker in her own right, let me tell you, she worked during the summers and at night, and she earned her doctorate in classic studies from Catholic U. This was in 1933. And she came back and she founded Rivier College for folks just like you, students, when I was a student, just like me. When she died in 1965, this is what one of her students said about her. She envisioned a college where there was none, and she had the courage to make it happen. So Sister Madeline, in whose Madeline Hall is named after, has become another friend of mine as I've read about her life, and as I've met one sister who actually worked with her and knows her. Now let me tell you about a bigger group of friends, the third group of friends. And the third group of friends is represented by Stephen Vanikasamy, and it includes all of you. You represent Blessed Anne Marie Riviere. You're here at the college Sister Madeline founded. And as I have come to this community, you have inspired me with your down-to-earthness, your focus, your welcome, and you've brought me into this community as someone who can work to serve you, who can help lead you, and certainly someone who I can work and gather everyone around as we move forward. So I want to shout out, I can't have anybody names, but I was here a week and I sat at that table in a corner. I have Spencer and Amby and Josh and Samantha, all of you. You're the third group of friends. You're the third story. But now today, and the days following as we anticipate moving forward together, we have a fourth story. And that fourth story involves how we move forward with Sister Anne Marie, Sister Madeline, all of you, and how we prepare this college as they've prepared the college for the next generation. What are we going to leave behind? Met a group of seniors just earlier. We have seniors graduating and becoming alums. The question for us is, as we move forward, how will we contribute to the upbuilding of Riviere? Just as my friends, Sister Anne Marie, Sister Madeline, you. And I think the story, the end of the story, is very powerful because each of us is involved in transforming hearts and minds to serve the world. And part of that transformation begins with us. And when I had a chance to speak to the freshmen, you remember that, kind of warm day in September, I ended my talk highlighting our core mission of transforming hearts and minds to serve the world with one bit of message, because it summarizes what transformation is. Be prepared to be changed. And that's what Riviere is here for. It's here to change us, to transform our hearts, our minds, so as we go out, we can bring to the world the stories and the faith of Blessed Anne Marie Riviere, Sister Madeline, and this community which we call the student body of Rivier College. I am proud to stand here as the 12th president of Rivier. And I'm proud of you. And I want you to know this community believes in you. We support you. We know there's more to come. And I highlight in a special way the faculty and the administrators that are here with us today. So as we go forth to transform in hearts and minds to serve the world, thanks for being part of the friends that I've met here at Rivier. Thank you all.